The Narrorator by Byron Broussard. Yellow light on a green stick with the orange color of an umbrella handle out in the cold like a dog in heat. Yellow light on a green stick with the orange color of an umbrella handle out in the cold like a dog in heat. The implicit nature of the whiplash caused by not exactly changing the subject caused me to type that sentence. And it was a sentence that began with "and" right after. "Do you think anyone will read this?" Brian said out the window. The window of the tower is connected to the void, and the void is connected to a roughly 7-minute trip to Waffle House, and Waffle House is connected to generations of violence. When you say something out of the window of the tower, the sound waves travel to where there is an open ear. The bottle of orange juice hit Brian in the ear hole. It did not go inside of his ear, just hit it. Thanks. The thing about writing this story about writing a story is that I am not sure how much of the character I should be. I know my name, but I'm currently the narrator that is either a future or time manipulating Brian. But earlier, Brandon was introduced on accident. Am I now also Brandon? Am I now also Brandon? Fuck. I forgot to change the setting again before talking. Fuck, I forgot to change the setting before talking again. That's what led to Brandon's creation in the first place. Brian was feeling almost overwhelmed, so he decided to go somewhere where he could say things out loud to another person. I don't want to say the place was Waffle House, but you know it already. Am I now also Brandon? Brian asked inside the comfortable booth in Waffle House. You may not know about the comfortable booth at Waffle House, but I say to you that you have not been to the one inside of the story, nor have you been to most of the Waffle Houses across the country. It is possible for one of them to not smell like bleach with wet floors and seats that cut off your circulation. It is possible for one of them to not smell like bleach with wet floors and seats that cut your circulation off. I kind of thought I was Brandon, Brandon said, passing Brian an orange juice. The orange juice is purple because of food coloring that Brandon decided to add on his second day of the first semester of finishing school. He wrote it on a forever post-it note that popped up next to his head like a thought bubble while he was preparing the juice. The post-it note was, of course, timed for this exact moment in time when Brian would ask for an orange juice. And then also, I guess Brandon is aware of his own future? You're aware of your own future, but I guess I kind of know your past. As we look into this sentence as a class, we can see the concept of personality. If you know someone else's past, can you say that you are indeed them, even if you may not be privy to that person's future? I think not, class. For wasn't it a famous person that said something about how a person could never really know another person? And is it not the occult that offers the wisdom, know thyself? That means to me that maybe the only person we can really know is ourselves. And I think both Brandon and Brian understand that. The carpet is blue. Why is there food coloring in my juice, and why don't I already know if I know about your pre-programmed pop-up post-it note? A better question would be, how do I go from quotes into narration in a better flow? The best question is that sentence isn't a question. I have no idea how to properly portray that sentence. I think it's missing a semicolon. But if the sentence starts out as a statement and quotes a question, does it end in the mark of a question? I think we have just found our answer.